Hey, it's Dave from Doing Things with Dave. Today, I wanted to share my next cruise adventure. It has some things that are very familiar, as well as a whole lot of new things that are new for me to experience. So let's start with the familiar. I'm gonna be on Norwegian. It's my 7th cruise with Norwegian, and specifically, it's the Joy, and it's leaving from Miami. Now, the Joy, I've been on 3 times. It's one of my favorite NCL ships. It combines a lot of the best features of the Breakaway and Breakaway Plus class. It's got a big H2O spice on the back. It's got the go-karts. It's got the district brew house. And of course, it's got the waterfront on deck 8. So it's a great layout. It's something I know. I know my way around. I know all the different bars and restaurants. So I'm really excited to be back on the Joy. But that's it in terms of familiar. So let's talk about what's different. Well, first off, while we do leave from Miami, we won't finish there. Instead, it's a 15-day cruise, and I'm going to disembark in Long Beach, California, and Los Angeles. So yeah, this, in fact, is a Panama Canal cruise. And I'm really, really excited. Now, beyond just the new port and 15 days, which is the longest I've been on a cruise ship, it's got a couple of cool things for me from a number standpoint. So 6 new ports, 4 new countries, 1 new continent, and of course, one of the 7 modern wonders of the world. So a little bit overview of the cruise itself. It leaves from Miami, and we have a couple sea days as we cruise down to South America, and our first port is in Cartagena, Colombia. So it's a new country for me, and it's my first time in South America. So that's going to be exciting. I don't yet have a plan for Cartagena, but follow along and more to come on what I end up doing there. Now, the next day is the all-day transit of the Panama Canal. We're going to be using the new locks, the locks that were opened in 2016. And to be honest, I didn't even realize there were 2 sets of locks until I started doing research about this cruise after I booked it. But I'm really excited because once we do the full day transit, then we go to the Pacific side of Panama, and I do have an excursion the next day. I'll talk a little bit more about what we're going to do with that. After we leave Panama and we have a full day there, we have another sea day, and then our second, or I should say third port is Puerto Caldera in Costa Rica, and so that'll be country number 3 because Panama is in fact country number 2. After I finish the day in Costa Rica, we have yet another sea day, so there are a lot of sea days on this trip, and then we go to Port 4, which is also country 4, which is Puerto Quetzal in Guatemala. So that'll be another new port, new country. Super excited for that. After we leave Guatemala, we have another sea day, or actually 2 sea days, and then we end up on the Mexican Riviera. Now, I have been to Mexico a couple times, to Cozumel and Costa Maya, but this will be my first time visiting the ports in the Mexican Riviera. And we've got 2 planned, Puerto Vallarta and then Cabo San Lucas. So I'm super excited about all of the places we're going to, and it's going to be neat to experience them for the first time, and I'm going to be doing a lot of vlogging. So hopefully if you like this type of content, you follow along, like and subscribe so that you can see more. Now, on this trip, so far, I've booked 3 excursions. Now, again, we have 6 ports, so I might think about more, but right now, in Panama, I'm going to do the old locks at Miraflores in Amador, and then visit the old Fort Clayton where the U.S. Army was stationed back when they were active in Panama. My next excursion will be in Costa Rica, and this is going to be a crocodile safari on the Torcales, and I don't know if I'm saying that right, river. And I'm excited about that because from what I've seen, we get pretty up close and personal with them. Hopefully not so close that they're in the boat, but hopefully get some great footage and experience there. And then the last one is in Antigua, Guatemala, and it's to visit the Antigua Brewing Company. Now, I mentioned earlier, one of my favorite features on the Joy, and the Encore for that matter, is the District Brew House, which has a bunch of beers on tap, and it's a great experience on the ship. I love beer and I love breweries, so finding an excursion that has a local craft brewery on it in another country, yeah, sign me up. So really excited for that. So over the next few weeks, I'm going to be sharing a lot more on some of the things I've got planned. Also talking a little bit more about the More at Sea program, which is new. I've been on a bunch of Norwegian ships. Generally, it's free at sea, so I'm curious to see how More at Sea plays out. And I'll keep you in the loop.